Willkommen zurück bei Let's Test Esoteric Ebb. Das Licht ist gewohnt schlecht und wir befinden uns im Goblin-Garten. Und ich denke, wenn ich mich richtig entsinne, haben wir bei der letzten Folge oder am Ende der letzten Folge gesagt, beziehungsweise habe ich gesagt, dass ich mich sehr für diese, ich nehme an, Dame interessiere, die einen Fliegenpilz als Kopf hat. Und daher würde ich gerne mal mit ihr sprechen. Engage. Ness Wicala, Nessun of the Green. At the top of the garden lookout, you see a strange creature hunched over. Intelligence. She's making potions. Underneath a large red hat, her drooping gaze slowly glides towards you. Wisdom. Not a hat. She's got an actual mushroom growing out of her skull. The elf drops a final piece of mushroom into the bowl on the table and gives you a creepy grin. Nice corner you got there. Lean in and stare. Wir können ja mal hineinlehnen und starren. Slowly and in an appropriately dramatic fashion, she widens her eyes to reveal piercing red pupils. And her grin widens even more, somehow. Dexterity. Abort. Run. Leave. Charisma. Oh gods, she's trouble. She's real trouble. Dexterity. Just look at the side of her head. Look at those... Wisdom. Ears. White hair. Ashen hue. And those eyes. An elf? Aren't they rare? Intelligence. The city holds many folk. But elves are both few in numbers and seldom intermingle with lesser races. But look at her. This is no elf of Ilum. This is an elf of Pemir. Wir können sagen Hello Elf oder sie anstarren. Da würde ich mal sagen Hello Elf. You hear a guttural chuckle leave her lips.
A man delves into the garden, his sights set on the mysterious below. Are you that man?
Yes, how did you know that? No, the mysterious can stay so. No, the mysterious can stay so. Am I that man? Ich würde sagen, yes, how did you know that?
Goblins are not the only ones who whisper underneath.
I'm sure there's ghouls and goons as well. Look down. What? Ich glaube, ich sage, I'm sure there's ghouls and goons as well. She tilts her head and comically large mushroom head.
I'm talking about plants and such.
Charisma. The elf stammers? Or is that an idiolect? She turns around, her red eyes glimmering beyond a mist of spores.
Ness Wicala of the Green. Call me Nessun. I'm underling to Hierophant of Fidana.
Intelligence. Hierophant of Fidana, a legendary archdruid of the Undercoast, known for keeping balance, which usually means stopping any proper seafaring civilization from taking hold of the Dark Archipelago. Dark Archipelago. The thousands of isles and or spilotemes found across the Undercoast. Of course, a druid. Wisdom. There's something esoteric going on here. Are you a druid? Prove it. Are you a hag? Oder you're a hag. You're a hag, aren't you? Okay, dann ändert sich auch der erste Satz. You're a druid. Prove it. Ich glaube, ich würde sagen, ich würde sie mal hinterfragen und sagen, sie soll sich beweisen. She just gives you a goofy smile.
I don't see how I could prove as such more than I currently do.
She points to her head mushroom. Charisma. There are indeed not many folk sitting around pretending to be mushrooms in bushes. Otherwise, this city would be even stranger.
I've spent my days handling primal forces, that which grows and decays. Do you know much of it?
Yeah, they went over the basics at the towers. It's about nature spirits, right? Like warlockism. No. Do you? Ich habe überhaupt gar keine Ahnung, wie man Primal Forces handelt. Deswegen würde ich jetzt einfach mal fragen, no. Do you?
I learn new things every waking, but no, I would say I know. I would not say I know much at all.
She lowers her gaze for what you realize is the first time since she raised it.
I would like to hear your tale, human. There is much to be learned from your folk and your settlement in this band.
Intelligence. She speaks as though the Earth folk's 60-something years of civilization building is nothing but a footnote in her history book. Was waren nochmal die Earth folks? Strength. Earth folk. The people of Earth. The ancestors of those who reconquered the Eskari coast. True mythological heroes. Ah ja, alles klar.
How sustainable is your lifestyle?
Sustainable? I'm supposed to know that? You mean me in particular or my people? You want an answer now? Think about it. Move on. Sustainable?
How do you replenish the resources you consume? And if you do not, how many years until depletion?
I'm supposed to know that?
I do not mean an exact number of hours or even years until you run out of natural resources. Just an approximation. And perhaps a toll of the impact on others in your vicinity.
You mean me in particular or my people?
Both, or either.
She presses down a mushroom in her bowl, sending a puff of spores into the air. Warum ist denn Sending hier unterlegt? Was bedeutet das? Sending, a third-level evocation commonly used as direct communication between powerful individuals. Ah, okay. Ich glaube, das soll hier wahrscheinlich nicht sein. Das handelt sich ja hierbei um einen Zauber, oder? City-States or Architect Norvikian Sending Office employs many clerics for the express purpose of casting sending across the coast. Ich glaube, das ist nicht ganz mit Absicht, dass hier dieser Zauber auf einmal erklärt ist. Nun, do you want an answer now?
If you have it, but there's no stress.
Okay, wir denken mal drüber nach.
Dexterity. If you focus on yourself, you can probably sustain yourself for a long-ass time.
Charisma.
Oh gods, you're focusing too much on the question. Instead, focus on what she wants to hear.
What was the question again? Earth folk will eventually chew through this land and be forced to expand. We live in balance here, in the city. I personally could live on an apple a day. That's pretty sustainable. I do not know. I don't care. Ich würde mal sagen, we live in a balance here in the city.
You truly believe that?
I hope so. She smiles.
Hope is a good thing. It might lead you down the right trail. I've watched your people for some time, from a distance. I'm not one to make judgments. That is for the earth and sea.
But it worries me how... Voilà, da kam eine echte Stimme raus.
But it worries me how few primal forces there are to keep at bay.
Primal forces? We're too strong for that. Ich frage mal, primal forces? She places a palm against the rough floor.
Oh, Pidana has helped keep the undersea from being overtaken by unbalancing powers. Demigods, fiends, celestials, your human, arcanist. Each creates a power that not only overtakes the primal, they do so with ease. That great war your kind waged upon one another delayed it, but I do not certainly believe it is inevitable.
Wow, das ist ganz schön anstrengend für meine Stimme. Oh je. Lustigerweise arbeite ich gerade in einem, wie kann ich das sagen, in einem medizinischen Bereich, der viel mit der Stimme zu tun hat, aktuell. Und da wurde mir jetzt schon mehrfach verklickert, dass man nicht flüstern sollte, um die Stimme zu schonen. Ich mache es also genau richtig. Humans barely exist anymore. We're almost oh shit, hier ist gerade mein Tee ausgelaufen. We're almost extinct. Don't worry, nature always survives. The primal stuff should just get stronger then. Ich glaube, ich sage mal... Don't worry, nature always survives.
Most often it does. But look at your so-called burned coast and those cursed lands in the Miniar.
She means reeds, sagt Intelligence. Deminor is the old name. She should have called it Old Deminor. Oh, ich muss mal ganz kurz den Tee hier aufwischen, bevor der sich hier verflüchtigt. Oh Gott. Okay, was ist Old Deminor? Charisma.
Old Deminor, a term for Deminor, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. Nature makes it through most things, but there are forces in this world that can wring the life out of every band if it so wishes. We must stay vigilant.
She takes a deep and deliberate breath. Okay, und was sagt sie?
Now, enough of complicated topics. Tell me, human, do you have a mate?
Ich weiß es nicht. Haben wir einen Mate?
Well?
Constitution, your cheeks clench. Strength, no, not good. Wisdom, your mind races. Hostile? No, probably not. None of your business. Elaborate? Sure. Ich sag mal elaborate.
Of course, I apologize if I was vague, human. I only mean most humans in the settlement group in pairs.
Okay.
I wondered if those of your kind do the same in such long-term committed partnership.
Charisma. That's a slightly less inflammatory question. No, I'm married to my work. Clear your throat. I'm the cleric, I go solo. Ich glaube, ich sag mal, I'm the cleric, I go solo. She lowers her mushroom cap and sighs.
I see. It is the same here, then. The path of an esoteric guardian is to be alone.
The elf starts adding some kind of oily liquid to her mushroom bowl. Wisdom. A strange substance, golden, perhaps from some kind of undersea whale. Intelligence. It's just olive oil, cheap brand.
If this old elf can guide you in any way, make it so. If not, I will return to my toil.
What do you know about the tea shop? What are you voting in the election? You do not look like an elf. Wisdom, DC 16. Show me your primal attunement. That's it by. What do you know about the tea shop? Wir sollen ja immer noch herausfinden, was es mit dem explodierten Teeladen auf sich hat, warum der explodiert ist und ja, wer dafür verantwortlich ist. Ich frage das als erstes.
Only what the roots whisper to me.
The elf leans closer, twisting her head to the side and whispers to you.
You must delve deep, human. Something rotten happened that day. The green quakes, they fear what's to come.
Oh, do they whisper anything useful? So you were here when it exploded? And what do the goblins whisper about? What do you think happened? Thanks. Do they whisper anything useful? She leans back and lets out a resigned sigh.
You do not speak with trees often, do you?
Charisma? Insane behavior. So you were here when it exploded?
No, I was much further below.
And what do the goblins whisper about?
That the city is at fault. That Lady Sage Leaf should take over. The usual.
What do you think happened?
I will not deliberate on things I have no knowledge about.
Charisma. Where is the fun in that? Okay, dann danke. Wir moven on.
You're welcome.
What are you voting in the election?
I'm not a citizen of Norvik.
Intelligence. According to the city law, universal suffrage includes any inhabitants of Norwegian soil as one of the first of Ingarmi. How long have you lived here, fragen wir sie.
About a year. How so?
That makes you a citizen.
Oh. Don't I get a say in that?
No. If you don't tell the government, you're probably fine. Das sag ich.
Then perhaps I won't. Thank you, human.
You do not look like an elf, finde ich irgendwie komisch, weil sie sieht definitiv elfisch aus. Ich sag mal, show me your primal attunement. Das hat nicht geklappt. Wisdom, how could you do such a thing? To prove attunement requires years of training. You've perhaps done a few exercises in your spare time and you've read about druidic magic, but perhaps you can try it anyway. I have to try. Kneel and focus. Let's just not. Komm, wir probieren's mal aus. You focus your mind on the nature around, the life, the decay, the funny-looking mushrooms, but you cannot sense it. Nothing. Magic is hard. Why isn't this working? Ich sag mal, magic is hard. Sure is. Maybe if I start clenching. Wisdom. You move from mind to muscle. You keep clenching. Constitution. Pressure. Pain. Oh Mann, ey, wir verletzen uns wirklich konstant. Wisdom. Perhaps this was a foolish choice. Ouch, sagen wir. But pain can be a good teacher. Perhaps you've learned something here. Oh, 5 Experience haben wir bekommen, ne? Immerhin. Dann sagen wir ihr noch ganz kurz eine kleine Beleidigung. You do not look like an elf.
What do elves look like?
Im-Elves are monstrous, sagt Intelligence. Illim-Elves are tree-like. Pymea-Elves are simply grey. Not like you. I suppose there's many kind of elves. Maybe you do look like an elf. Ich sag mal zweiteres. She nods.
We do not call ourselves that, but to your people, yes. I am an elf. Pymea.
She closes her eyes.
Pymea, you early. Denye. Dedye. We are the elves of stars. Any questions?
You speak Elvish? Impressive. Do your people have a great civilization below? So you're from the Undercoast. How do I get there? I don't like elves. I've got some other questions. Do your people have a great civilization below?
No. I believe your people would call us nomads.
Okay, so you're from the Undercoast. How do I get there?
Holes and tunnels. They're more than enough, even within viewing distance. Though I'd recommend gaining Lady Sageleaf's approval first.
I don't like elves. Das will ich nicht sagen. Ich sag mal, you speak Elvish, impressive. She looks at you looks to the side, then back to you.
Your grasp on the human tongue is remarkable as well.
Wisdom. She's too kind. Charisma. You confuse her in a semi-good way. I've got some other questions. Ich will ja nicht sagen, dass ich keine Elfen mag. Das klingt irgendwie so schlecht.
Great.
Then that's it. Bye. Okay, tatsächlich war dieses Gespräch gar nicht so viel vermittelnd, wie ich gedacht habe. Ich hätte irgendwie gedacht, dass sie diejenige ist, dass sie die Lady Sageleaf ist. Aber anscheinend handelt es sich dabei nicht um sie. Achso, ich hätte sie natürlich auch noch angucken können. Wir können ja nochmal Behold würfeln. Oh, na toll. Unbothered, moisturized, happy, in her lane. Nice. Good for her, good for her. An older goblin. A younger goblin.
Of course I can do anything. Really? You could climb that tree?
interessantes Gespräch zwischen den beiden hier. Also ich finde es ganz lustig. Ich hätte irgendwie gedacht, dass die NPCs untereinander natürlich noch viel mehr zu sagen haben, sich gegenseitig. Aber es macht eigentlich Sinn, dass man ja nicht so viele Dialoge für alle hier machen möchte. A root fixer, hard work. He's checking a leak in the pipe or something like that. Ach, hier unten ist schon wieder der, wie ist der nochmal? Sniff oder so? Snurl? A shady fellow. Watch yourself. Ist der hier vor uns runtergegangen? Ach, das ist bestimmt Lady Sage Leaf. Na, dann müssen wir wohl mit ihr sprechen. Clearly one of Sage Leaf's bodyguards. Ja, okay. Scheint sie zu sein. The dragon herself. A bespectacled fixer. She appears to be writing on a floating paper. Okay, dann sprechen wir mal ganz kurz mit ihmchen. He's waiting. You approach him below a sprawling tree. Ich will immer was trinken, aber dann merke ich, dass ich lesen muss. Snell, genau so hieß er. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, cleric. With a proud smirk, he motions toward the wooden throne. Constitution. You should stand before the throne, address her court. Okay, dann machen wir das mal. Oder wir versuchen hier was zu stehlen. Wir können sie erstmal angucken. Behold, Lady Sage Leaf. Oh mein Gott. Eine natürliche 1. Das gibt's doch nicht. Wir erfahren nichts über diese Dame. Na schön. You approach the throne. The glow of sprites flutter, illuminating it along with the trunk of a great tree. Its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. Lady Sage Leaf. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. Strength. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Her glare is horrific. Oh Gott, wie würde Lady Sage Leaf klingen? Ei, okay. Oh Gott, nicht zu hoch. Also, der Name Lady Sage Leaf, der ruft in mir eine gewisse Stimmlage, eine gewisse Tonlage hervor. Aber das dazugehörige Bild, wie sie aussieht. Also ich würde eine Lady Sage Leaf sehr gehoben und langsam sprechen. Aber diese Lady Sage Leaf sieht eher aus wie so Clerk of Norvik, of Earth and River. Und da steht ja sogar, her thrill voice echoes out through the chamber. Ich glaube, das ist die Stimme. Wisdom. She's talking to you. You're the cleric. Charisma. Great observation.
I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself.
Wisdom. Her words are tainted in disdain. Constitution. Her voice causes you to shiver.
They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour.
Oh Gott.
So tell me, human.
Dexterity. You should run. No, wait, you can't, but you should. Strength. Dominion. She has control here.
Why am I sitting here, waiting?
Dexterity. Oh mein Gott, meine Stimme. It's not that late. Only been like a day. Charisma. Tread lightly. You need her on your side. Make sure she knows you're on hers. Ich hätte mal meine Stimme aufwärmen sollen davor. Oh Gott. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. I had an accident. It's only been a day. My apologies, lady. My masters are idiots, but I'm here now. Don't worry. Ich sag mal my apologies, lady. Her frown turns into a weary expression.
Whatever.
Charisma, you're dancing on a fine line. Oh Gott, ich weiß gar nicht, warum ich mir so über Spiele aussuche, wo ich irgendwas vorlesen muss. Constitution. Hers is a frightful presence. Dexterity. You can't take this much longer. You need to get out of here. Okay, Constitution würfeln wir jetzt mal. Ich do not become frightened. Oh Mann, wir haben genau die 11 geschafft. Krass. Lady Sage Leaf, you brace your entire being as you meet her glare. Constitution. With trembling innards you resist. Intelligence. Such an incredible aura emanating from this creature. It must be esoteric in nature. She lifts her chin.
You stand. Good.
The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan.
It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno. In the middle of the day. Right on the Pillar Road. My road! Mann, ich glaube, ich kann das nicht durchziehen.
Das ist so anstrengend auf meinen Stimmbändern. Constitution. Oh Gott, ich trinke erstmal was. Hilfe! Brought to you from your HNO-Ärzte. Also, diese Empfehlung geht auf jeden Fall an euch alle raus. Nehmt die Gesundheit eurer Stimme ernst. Ihr habt nur eine Stimme. Aber gut, ich halte mich selbst nicht dran. Constitution. The way she says that causes you to tremor. Oh Gott.
And yet, Magistrate Darrow,
She spits out the name like it's a curse word.
he alone believes the halfway bridge tribe do not have jurisdiction over this particular location.
The magistrate speaks for the city. Why does Darrow say that? Where's your usual jurisdiction? And what exactly is the tea shop and where exactly is the tea shop located? Ich würde mal sagen, why does Darrow say that?
Because he's a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol.
Touché. Charisma sagt sick burn. Dexterity sounds awesome. The magistrate speaks for the city. She claps her hands together.
See, this is what I've been dealing with. Blind faith to a failing system.
She lets out a frustrated groan. Constitution. It feels like the roar of a lion. Does it? Okay. Where's your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs.
I have an official recognition of law on Lower Tolstead.
Intelligence. The definition of that has always been vague. Some see it as anything below ground, some as below water level. And where exactly is the tea shop located? She glares at you.
It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort, just above the howls next to the pillar.
She snaps her fingers towards the goblin on her right. That means it's part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady?
My people have been handling that damn Crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises. To deal with it. To clean up even. No, suddenly it is the city's business and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption. Plain and simple.
That's one hell of an accusation. Don't slander the great city of Norvik, Goblin. Sounds shady. I'm just here to do my job, lady. Ich sag mal, that's one hell of an accusation. Lady, her sharp glare stabs you. Gott, ich kann nicht so gut lesen heute. Her sharp glare stabs you.
Oh, you haven't heard half of it. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell,
She says and beckons towards the comely goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf? Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. How can you know that, wahrscheinlich? You should trust the magistrate. You want to check it out yourselves. Ich sag mal dritteres. Snell. Of course. The lady glances at him. He clears his throat. Wisdom. He's embarrassed. Snell. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. Thank the gods. And who were the injured? Ich sag mal, thank the gods.
The gods!
She says, her voice almost purring.
I wonder.
And who were the injured? Oh god. We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. Intelligence. That's the sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. A human, most likely. Dexterity. Ha! That ain't a real name. Snell. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Frank, son of Frank, fancy yellow outfit? Was he inside at the time? Why was he there? Where is he now? Anything else you do know? Ich frag mal, Frank, son of Frank? Yeah, that's a fake name. Uh-huh. Okay, and fancy yellow outfit? I'm assuming some type of Reetsian fashion. Oh, Moment. Charisma. You can tell in his voice that he's leaving out a but who fucking knows at the end. Was he inside at the time? I doubt it, he says, considering the state of the building. Why was he there? We do not know, or we don't know. And where is he now? We don't know. Charisma. They have not located the man despite major efforts. You just let him leave? Do you know anything? Sounds like you were handed a tough hand. Dann sag ich mal Dritteres. Yeah. Although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else. We don't know. Anything else you do know? Snell gives a nervous look to his master before answering. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises her claw.
The unveiling has begun, cleric.
Wisdom. Secrets in the ashes.
Corruption. Madness.
She claws at her wooden throne.
Politics.
Intelligence. Rambling of fools. Bureaucracy wears her down, sagt Wisdom.
This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster. Someone who cannot go unpunished.
Intelligence. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. Okay, I will bring justice to Norvik. A rogue spellcaster? Isn't there an anti-magic task force we can call for? Can't he deal with it? Pointed Snell. Ich sag mal, a rogue spellcaster?
Why, yes, there is,
she exclaims. She points with a sharp finger.
You!
Intelligence, the Arcana Clerics of Earthguard, one of the few authorized spellcaster groups in the city. Often used as a task force in esoteric events, accident and magical assaults. Aha, wir sind also eine Art Detektiv. Lady Sageleaf, the lady clears her throat. Charisma, everyone holds their breath when she speaks.
I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge Tribe and the Earthguard City Clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek harm to the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my range.
The words seep out from her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She's theirs to serve. So this is about revenge. Not solemnly. Das ist my investigation. Wir nicken einfach mal erstmal nur. She looks upon you with a grin expression.
Snell,
she says, waving towards him. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head.
You're the handler of this case. You've worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone.
Dexterity. You catch the goblin trying to stop a grin from spreading across his face. Charisma. Oh la la, complimented by his queen.
I want you to represent the tribe in this venture.
His face lights up.
A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstead.
Charisma. You're going to have the pretty boy around? Damn, I thought it was going to be fun. Wisdom. His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this.
Do not disappoint me, Snell.
Do I have a say in this? A new member to the party. I've always wanted a goblin for my own. I don't like this. Ich sag mal, do I have a say in this?
No.
Her eyes burrow into your soul. You are not strong enough to stand against her. Charisma. Worth a try. Okay, a new member to the party. He ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, your will be done. Okay, the evil forces at work will be vanquished. Huzzah! The mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered. At your service, Lady Sageleaf. Mutter. Damn goblins. Ich sag einfach mal, the mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered.
The sooner the better.
First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Okay, Snell has joined as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Toasted. Dexterity. For as much as she told you, there's a danger you're missing here. Okay. Ich find's witzig, dass manchmal die Worte halt, wenn sie so bestimmte Buzzwords aus der Lore enthalten, aufleuchten, damit man sie anklicken kann, um rauszufinden, was jetzt eigentlich Toll nochmal ganz genau ist. Na gut. Es ist ja alles noch in der Entwicklung. Intelligence. You should investigate the tea shop. Thoroughly. Right, and where's this tea shop again? Let's go. Ich frage mal, where's this tea shop again? The goblin sighs. You know the massive pillar reaching endlessly up into the sky? Yeah, just west of that. The pillar. Cool, got it. Great. You ready to go then? Ja, let's go. Then, let's go. Okay, wir haben also herausgefunden, dass wir einen Companion mit an unserer Seite haben können, den guten Snell, und den haben wir jetzt dabei. Ich hoffe, mit Snell sind wir schnell unterwegs. Haha. Achso, not available in Demo. Okay. A tunnel to Central Toasted. Ich denke, dass wir in der Demo tatsächlich auch gar nicht mehr so viel übrig haben. Also ich meine, wir spielen ja jetzt schon seit, ich würde sagen, bestimmt 5 Stunden, oder? Würde ich jetzt mal schätzen. Bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Aber vielleicht können wir den Tea-Shop uns ja noch angucken. Das ist offensichtlich der falsche Weg hier. Hier geht's raus. Gehen wir mal hier raus. Ja, also ich weiß gar nicht, wie viel Zeit wir jetzt hier noch übrig haben in der Demo, aber ich finde bisher, es ist echt eine sehr interessante Aufmachung. Wollte der gerade mit uns reden? You approach your companion. Let's get on with it. Ich kann ja mal fragen, so what's your position in all of this? Whatever do you mean by that, cleric? Why are you helping me in this rough world of yours? What's your angle? Ich frage mal ersteres. I'm here on behalf of Lady Sageleaf. Her will is for the streets of Toasted to not suddenly burst into flames in the middle of the day again. Her will be done, so to say. What if it bursts into flames in the middle of the night instead? But why are you really here? You got any family? I have some other questions. Ich frage mal, why are you really here? My motives are not of interest, cleric. Charisma. False. Motive is imperative in reaching into the heart of someone. Wisdom. He does not want to disclose his inner feelings to you. Charisma. Understandable. You're kinda creepy. Okay, burn. What if it bursts into flames in the middle of the night instead? I don't think she'd like that either. Okay, and you got any family? I'm a goblin. What the fuck do you think? Intelligence. Goblins normally live in tribal societies with a broad family structure. Your companion most likely has at very least a dozen or so siblings. Any less would be remarkable, even in Norvik. You got wife and kids? Nah, single for now. And believe me, this goblin ain't getting no offspring. Thank the gods for that. I see, you are infertile. Das will ich sagen. Aber wir könnten noch sagen, why would you say that? Kids are wonderful. Oder yeah, fuck them kids. Ich glaube, ich sag mal, I see you are infertile. The goblin suddenly looks very tired. He stutters out a response. Oh Gott. He does not want you to go further in this line of inquiry, sagt Wisdom. No, cleric, I'm not infertile. Prove it. Second guess, you're an eunuch. Also ein, Gott, wie nennt man das auf Deutsch? Ein eunuch. Oh Gott. Ein Mann, der kastriert wurde. Vollständig. I see you're uncomfortable. I will stop talking about this oder asking about this. Ja, komm, wir nehmen mal ein bisschen Rücksicht. Wir kennen ihn ja gerade erst seit 2 Minuten. Thank you, cleric. He looks relieved. I have some other questions. ich würde sagen, wir lassen das erstmal dabei und gehen mal den Teeladen ausfindig machen. Wer ist das hier eigentlich? Können wir mit dem auch reden? Ich wollte eigentlich zum Teeladen. Bruxo, pencil wing, you raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. Dexterity. The fiend throws a quick glance at your way. He's annoyed. Bruxo. Achso, nee, ich muss ja nicht immer den Namen vorlesen. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? Können wir fragen. Hello, I'm from the local government. Hey, little guy, why aren't you on my shoulder? Das möchte ich sagen. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually a torn-out page from a magazine. Funny, I have never heard that before. You're so original. Wait, he says, leaning to get a good look at you. Earth God, a cleric? How's you doing here? Strength. You can't go wherever the fuck you want. Fuck off. You can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want. Ich kann echt nicht lesen heute. Fuck off. I'm not allowed on Stadt. Divine mission, the usual. None of your business. Ich sag was weiteres. Very well. I won't get into your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and freeze drivers run amok. Carissa. Oh no. The devil's a kick-ass. We need some damn order in this place. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. Wisdom. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. Intelligence. Devil. Lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient type of leaders or the worst type of middle managers. Their numbers are dwindling as of late, but the Blood City Bay they still rule supreme. In Blood City Bay they still rule supreme. Charisma. You can hear out to any advice, just don't listen to it blindly. Oh Gott, ich weiß nicht, ob ich das alles sagen will. Ich würde, glaube ich, erstmal in Richtung Teeladen aufbrechen. Obwohl, ich kann ja mal fragen, ob er irgendwas über den Teeladen weiß. You hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Stadt. What's your take? Lady Sageleaf says it's her jurisdiction. Ich frag mal ersteres. It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but... The little fellow just trusts you, sagt Strength. He's your friend. The scourge marks look like a fireball, but not the kind you get from a pit field. We're talking high-level wizard stuff. Intelligence. Pit fiends are known to cast third-level fireballs as well. At will. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for more than a few seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. Strength. Slander. The city does not train people to explode. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend. Ooh, an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Cargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? Snell. Easy answer tends to be the right one, but somehow I'm not so sure. It can't be a cover-up. The city's honorable. I think it's a rogue spellcaster. A fiend, huh? Evil elementals on the loose. Ich frag mal, a fiend, huh? Don't look at me like that. Worst thing I can do is turn you into a bat. An abnormally handsome bat, of course. But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. Okay, dann verlassen wir den jetzt erstmal. Ich möchte nämlich keinen fake britischen Akzent mehr vortäuschen. Das ist nämlich ganz schön anstrengend. Also das mit den Stimmen, ich glaube, wenn das Spiel dann erscheint, bräuchte es ganz dringend eine Vollvertonung, so wie Disco Elysium. The rough letters spell out Our Lady's apartments. Okay, können wir eigentlich mit denen allen hier reden? What are you looking at? Fuck off! Okay, sehr gut, Alter. Was finden wir hier drin? Oh, mach mal auf Crowns. Cool. Ach, hier ist diese Katze, die ich die ganze Zeit streicheln wollte. Sir Triben, on the ledge overlooking the garden, you spot a black cat. Calm as can be, it doesn't even care that you stomp up next to it. Dexterity. Behold, the cat, a legendary trickster of Norvik. Hello, I'm from the government. Greeting, who might you be? Enjoy your day, citizen. Sag mal, hello, I'm from the government. Sir Triben, the cat lifts its head up, its dark eyes squint at you for a second, sniffs in the air, and then ignores you and once again. Intelligence. It knows more than it lets on. Charisma. This cat does not care for you in the slightest. Pet it or something, I don't know. Intelligence. If you wish to hold a proper conversation with this magnificent creature, you need to find a first level speak with animals. Okay, dann Level Spell, Speak with Animals. Da müssen wir diesen Spell wohl irgendwann finden. Wir kommen später wieder. Aber sehr cool, dass wir auch mit der Katze sprechen können. Ich spreche nochmal kurz mit ihr. She's taking deep breaths. God bless Sage Leaf. Ja, okay, alles klar. Wir gucken mal, dass wir diesen Teeladen wiederfinden. Hier ist noch ein Zwerg. A shifty dwarf fellow. Keep moving. Okay. Unser Fahrrad können wir auch nicht nehmen. Was ist das hier eigentlich? Sleeping for service, come back after midnight. A dwarf is inspecting the wall. How the hell is this thing still standing? Na gut, ich darf mich hier nicht so festhalten. Hier ist der offensichtlich explodierte Teeladen. Der Tea-Shop. Okay, ja gut. Tea-Shop door. Amid scorch marks and cracked masonry, you approach a doorway. There are several planks blocking your passage. Snell. The tea-shop. What a mess. Wisdom. Take a peek inside. Intelligence. A powerful force left these marks. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. City notice. No trespassing. That doesn't include me, does it? Step aside. I'll rip these planks off. Ich sag das hier. He shrugs. I'm not going to stop you, but... Your companion suddenly kicks the planks, sending a subtle ripple of blue energy around his foot. Not to be rude or anything, but I don't think you've got the muscle to handle magical seals. I'd have sneaked in myself if this thing wasn't in the way. Wir fassen mal die planks an. As you do, subtle ripples of blue energy appear around your gloved hand. Intelligence. It is sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers in dark translucent blue and then fades away. Snell. Yep. Dexterity. This feels like trouble. Just standing near the door makes it clear that there's a locking spell cast on it. Intelligence. Standard procedure for crime scenes. Charisma. Rude to lock people out. Crime scenes should be public viewing. Okay, wir könnten den DC 26 Strength Throw ausprobieren. Aber wir können es auch lassen. What kind of magic is this? Look beyond the planks. There's no other way. Look around the scorch marks. Check out the trespassing notice on the planks. Turn to Snell. The tea shop that blew up, eh? I should leave for now. Ich frage mal, what kind of magic is this? It's arcane lock. Casting it on a bunch of planks is unorthodox, but obviously they got it working. It is used all over the towers. You need a passphrase to unseal it. Can I dispel the effect? Of course, knock would do the trick. Can I guess the passphrase? Guess? Alles sagt Intelligence. Without knowing who placed the seal personally and their preferences, even assuming the person who placed it is an idiot who would use something of their own preference, there are millions of sentences. There's not a chance in hell, so you can simply guess. Now go figure something else out. Dexterity. As long as this blue asshole is in the way. No, you'll need another way in. But I can still break it down, right? Intelligence. You can certainly try. Das wurde bestimmt in der Stimme von Matt Mercer gelesen. Do you think I could break it open, Snell? I'd love to see you try. Go for it. I believe in you, cleric. Wisdom. The goblin's heart is on your side. Charisma. He is half mocking you. Wir gucken nochmal den Plank an. Wir können ja mal hinter die Planks gucken. You catch glances of still shadows beyond. This place is a mess, sagt Charisma. Constitution. A scorched mess. Look around the scorched marks. Wisdom. It's everywhere. This fire was intense. Intelligence. Arguably, these marks could possibly be caused a regular... Could possibly been caused a regular fire. Naja, of a wooden house. This stone masonry does not have enough fuel to carry should a flame... Hä? Naja, die Sätze sind gerade ein bisschen merkwürdig. This stone masonry does not have enough fuel to carry should a flame. Unless the building was stacked to the brim with tinder. Wir verstehen es schon ungefähr. Und, there's no other way in? Not that I know of, but it wouldn't surprise me. Tilsit is full of tunnels, holes, pipes, so who knows? Dann versuchen wir nochmal die Trespassing Notice uns anzugucken. A handwritten written note in bold lettering says, City notice, no trespassing. It then continues with a finer writing. By the order of Coinlord Darrow, the following premises are under city seizure under suspicious of criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 Holster Contempt. Was auch immer das bedeutet. Intelligence. You need the magistrate's password. Dann drehen wir uns nochmal zu Snell um und sagen, the T-Shop that blew up, eh? It sure did. Was one hell of a blast. Oh Gott, ich muss, glaube ich, mal eine Pause machen. Was one hell of a blast, but the structure is still standing. Intelligence. The masonry is modern, clearly the work of dwarven engineering, Snell sagt es. Looks like shit, but boy can it take a hit. Charisma. Disliking dwarven architecture is very hip these days. Wir können nochmal mit dem Strength-Wurf versuchen. Ich glaube, wir schaffen es aber nicht. -1 gewürfelt. Ah. Strength. Get ready. Reach forth. You grab the planks and... Intelligence. The esoteric force shimmers. Strength. You grab it. Muscles ready. Constitution. The power of the seal. It burns. Okay, wir schaffen aber die Death Throws. Okay, ich dachte gerade, oh weia. Jetzt haben wir noch ein Level of Exhaustion. An intense pain shoots through your lower back and shoulders. The pain is immense. Strength. You tried, but the planks are nailed esoterically in place. You cannot break them, for you are too weak. Intelligence. The magic cannot be forced through, obviously. You need to find another way. Snell. Well, hope it was worth a shot, cleric. You should probably just talk to your coin lord up the hill. Your back is on fire. Okay, wir sollten gehen. Können wir eigentlich auch rasten? In Dungeons & Dragons kann man ja rasten. Aber ich habe bisher noch nicht rausgefunden, wie das hier gehen könnte. Naja. Wie dem auch sei. Ich denke, an dieser Stelle sollten wir vielleicht mal eine klitzekleine Pause machen. Da würde ich erstmal meine Stimmlippen befeuchten gehen, bevor ich die nächste Folge aufnehme. Denn das ist ganz schön viel Lesen. Aber ich muss sagen, ich finde so weit, so gut das Writing mega, also sofern wir jetzt gekommen sind, das Writing sehr gut und sehr unterhaltsam. Und das erinnert mich schon doll an Disco Elysium. So vom Humor und auch von den Charakteren. Ich bin sehr gespannt, wo diese Geschichte hingeht. Ich glaube, dass das Spiel ganz schön groß werden könnte. Ähnlich wie Disco Elysium, von dem ich ja damals auch dachte, dass es etwas kürzer sei. Ich kann mir vorstellen, das wird auch eine richtige Nummer hier. Aber es wirkt wie ein würdiger Nachfolger für, ja, den eigentlich, ja, Paradetitel des isometrischen CRPGs. Ich hoffe, es gefällt euch bis hierher und ich hoffe, ihr seid dann für die nächste Folge von Let's Test Esoteric Ebb wieder mit am Start. Bis dahin, macht's gut, ciao, ciao und naja, nicht Disco, aber Ebb.